welcome to the show.
Hello, 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 and to the show, welcome. Oh, dear, you all right, Stanley?
Stanley?
Yes, Stanley the statue. He's back there watching the show.
What do you go and buy a thing like this for?
He's not a thing. He's a fella, aren't you, Stanley? Who's a little baldy monster.
All right, why did you go and buy him?
Well, you told me that I should try to get ahead, so I did, and that's it.
And who put these dark glasses on him?
Me.
And may I ask why?
Yes, if you like.
Well, come on then, tell me.
You haven't asked me yet.
All right, why did you put dark glasses on that statue?
For humane reasons.
Yeah?
You see how Stanley's head is tilted back, like that, like that?
Yes.
Right, well, those bright lights up there, they shines right into his little mince pies. And he can't see a blooming thing without those.
Basil, what makes you so stupid?
I don't know, really. Practice, I suppose.
Well, I suppose these studio lights are a bit strong, aren't
They
they?
certainly are. I say, Alec.
Who's Alec?
The chap up there who works the light, electrician. Electrician! Boom, boom! I say, turn the spotlights down a bit, Alec. You're fading my suit.
You can't shout at our studio staff like that.
Can't I?
No, you can't. Our technicians are very important for the success of the show.
Oh, I know, and I'm very grateful.
Do you know how many people actually work at the BBC?
Oh, I'd say about half of them. Look out, Doug! Go! Cool, those BBC rock cakes, they're killers, they are. Cool. My Uncle Fred works for the BBC.
Oh, yeah? What job does he do?
He's a food taster in the Director General's dining room.
Your Uncle Fred should have learned a proper trade.
Oh, I agree. Very important. I think nowadays every boy should learn a trade. Then when he leaves school, he knows what kind of work he's out of.
Yeah, it can't be much fun leaning on a lamppost on the corner of a street.
George Formby made a fortune doing that.
Really?
I'm leaning on a lamppost at the corner of the street until the sun... Oh, hello, Ticker. Stay. It's little Ticker. Hello, little Ticker. Only have to mention lamppost and he's in like a shot. You like lampposts, don't you, Ticker? All right, quiet. Quiet. Shut your little bone shoot. He's very good, you know. I only have to tell him to do a thing once and he either does it or he doesn't. Stay. That was the time he did. I say, can he watch the act?
Yes, and I think you'll like this because it's a super song that's going to be sung by Pilot.
Oh, you like it?
To get next to me anytime, I could easily make you mine anytime. If you're ever in need of love and care, I'll be there. Yes, there's something we can share anytime.
High
Betty is a man's best friend. Well, it's time for the second episode in our thrilling serial story, Bulldog Basil, the Secret Service man, and his fight against the renegade Mandarin Chu Fan Mu, leader of the dreaded secret society of the Chinese, known as the Ying. All right, Basil?
Yes, I'm all right, Mr. Roy.
Now, you remember in last week's episode...
or should I have said, all lighty, Mr. Loy?
What was that?
That was a Chinese interruption.
Well, I don't want any interruptions. And I don't want any interruptions either.
I didn't know you could speak Chinese.
I can't. It was just a slip of the tongue. Do you get it? Slip of the tongue, boom, boom.
Watch it. I'll do the jukes. Come on.
Right. And don't sniff, please.
Oh.
Bulldog Basil's conversation with his two visitors from Scotland Yard had been interrupted by a shower of small stones against the window pane. And as Basil opened the window, a furtive oriental figure hurled a ceremonial death hatchet.
Yes.
The deadly axe thudded against Basil's breast, and with a gasp, boom, he sank to his knees.
I'm not surprised. So would you if someone chucked a Chinese chopper at your chest? Cool.
And please don't sniff.
Well, I can't help it. I caught a cold on that blooming mountain. I was frozen. Cool. Freeze a jolly good fellow.
Sergeant
Freeze
Day.
a jolly good fellow.
Sergeant Day knelt down by Basil and said, "Sir, are you all right?"
That's a daft question. He's lying there with a chopper sticking out of his shirt front, and all he can say is, "Are you all right?"
Well, what do you expect him to say?
Well, the same as other policemen do. Something sensible like, hello. What's going on here, then?
I'm all right, thank you, Sergeant, said Basil, climbing to his feet.
That wasn't far to climb, was it?
This undoubtedly saved my life, he said, and produced from his inside breast pocket a heavy silver cigar case, now badly dented by the impact. Superintendent Long picked up the hatchet. Now, the point is, he said, where did this come from?
A chink in the curtain. A chink in the curtain! That's a good one!
Don't interrupt.
So sorry. Please proceed.
Basil smiled grimly and replied, "It's quite evident who is responsible. He knew the Chinese who had thrown the hatchet and then vanished into the gathering evening dusk was one of the Tong."
Just a tongue at twilight.
Quiet!
My favourite song.
Basil moved back to the fireplace and elucidated.
Goodness gracious me.
Now that Chu Fan Mu has escaped from prison, he continued, and he knows that we are aware of his plan to destroy Her Majesty's government, his primary efforts will be directed towards my destruction, backed by his fiendish organisation, the Ying Tong.
Yiddly-poo. Ying tong, ying tong, ying tong, ying tong, ying tong, yiddly-poo. Yiddly-poo.
Now, we had enough of that last week, thank you.
Enough of what?
Enough of you yiddly-pooing all through the story, so don't do it.
Oh, I didn't poo through the story. I say, not even a little yiddle.
No!
I say, would you object to an occasional I poo here and there?
Yes, I would. Now, forget all about yiddly-pooing and let me get on with the story.
Oh, how can I forget me yiddle-I poo? I think about my yiddle-I poo all day long.
At that moment, the door opened.
Ah, yiddle-I poo!
Basil!
I'm sorry, Mr. Roy, that just slipped out. I didn't do it on purpose.
At that moment, the door to the lounge opened, and a young Chinese in footman's livery entered, carrying a tray.
Oh, yes.
Excuse me, please. Honourable master and honourable guests wish for tea?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Lee Pat, said Basil. Put it down here. Lee Pat bowed, set the tray down on a small table and said, "Afternoon tea, very British. Brown bread and butter?"
Any crumpets?
No! And very good jam, homemade from English goosebellies.
Goosebellies?
Lee Pat, Bally's Valiant footman, was an amazing character who, until entering Basil's service, had earned a precarious living in Hong Kong as a cat burglar.
You mean he went around pinching pussies?
No! He could climb the sheerest building with no difficulty and run like the wind. His full name was Lee Pat O'Reilly.
Wait for it. Oh, really?
No, O'Reilly.
I knew he'd fall for it, you fool! Come on!
Lee Pat Pat O'Reilly was the son of a Chinese mother and an Irish father.
Oh, he can't help that.
As Lee Pat served the tea, Superintendent Long remarked,
Yes.
if the Ying Chong are in Limehouse, we'll never find their headquarters in that maze of back alleys.
No.
Permit me to collect you, said Lee Pat with another bow.
If he keeps on bowing like that, he'll get wrinkles in his stomach.
Ancient and venerable proprietor of eating house in Limehouse, know whereabouts of everybody. He is all-seeing eye of good tongue from Peking.
He's a Peking Tong.
A Peking Tong! Oh, I like your shirt. Yes,
By Jove, said Basil. I know who Lee Pat means. Our Chew.
Bless you.
He's our man, our Chew.
Bless you again. They do say, you know, one for a wish, twice for a kiss. But you've had that for the start. People talk, you know.
Look, our Chew is an old Chinese gentleman who runs a Chinese restaurant in Limehouse.
Oh, I see. Achoo!
Yeah, that's right.
That was a real sneeze. I still haven't got rid of that cold in my head. Hope it doesn't go down to my chest.
Look, Basil, I told you before the show started, I know how to stop a cold in the head from going down into the chest.
You're going to tie a knot in my neck.
No, I've got it all prepared, look.
Oh, yeah?
We've got menthol crystals in there.
Oh, yes.
We're going to pour boiling water on the crystals. You're going to put your head over the bowl. I'm going to put a towel over your head to trap the vapours, and then you breathe in all the vapours. That'll clear the cold in your head.
Where's the vapours? I can't see the vapours. Where's the vapours?
I haven't poured the water in the crystals yet.
Oh, I see. Oh, well, let's do it now.
All right, then, if you'll keep your quiet.
Cool. I must
Right,
watch
here's
this.
some water on the crystals.
Yes. Cool. Holy smoke!
Go on, put your head over there.
I'm not going to put my schnozzle in there.
Why
I'll
not?
burn the skin off me hooter.
Come on, Basil, get your head over there. I'm going to put the towel on your head first.
Oh.
Right. Now I'm going to add some more water onto the crystals.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Right. Now get your head under there.
All right.
Breathe in deeply. You all right in there? Limehouse, the Chinatown district of London in Victoria times, was a place to be avoided. The dark, narrow network of narrow streets and alleys were usually shrouded in a dense, swirling fog.
I think some of it's got in here. God, it's like driving on the M1.
Come on, Basil. I think you've had enough for now.
Oh, that's better. The fog's cleared. Still can't see a thing, though. It's very dark. Switch the lights on.
The lights are on.
Huh? But I can't see a blooming thing.
No wonder you've still got this on your head.
Ta-ra! Oh, I feel much better for that, Mr. Roy. God, it's cleared all me nasal.
Our Chew's Eating House stood in a narrow thoroughfare called the Street of 1,000 Snakes.
Oh, yes.
A popular visiting place for sightseers during the day, but at night, a rendezvous for thugs and ritual tongue murderers. Basil knew the Street of 1,000 Snakes for what it really was.
Road of copperas.
Basil decided quickly, there's only one thing to do. Pay a visit to our Chew's Eating House.
That's good. I'm flipping starving. Hang on, I'll get my coat.
Not you! Huh? When will you go, sir? Asked Superintendent Long. Basil squared his shoulders and said, right now.
Oh.
But that's all we've got time for, Basil.
All we've got time for, but you can't let Bulldog Basil go off the Limehouse like that. He hasn't finished his tea and brown bread and butter. And jam made out of goose bellies.
Don't forget to listen next week to another thrilling episode of Bulldog Basil, Secret Serviceman.
Oh, no. God.
Bulldog Basil searching for the dreaded Chew Fan Moo.
He's going into Chinatown to meet his friend Archu.
Those who dare to challenge him will meet their Waterloo.
Villains used to tremble when they heard his name.
Basil's secret mission is to find and fight the foe.
He's going to have a ding-dong with the Ying Tong Yid Lai Poo.
He follows his traditional family motto.
Yes, I know.
Stand up for England, home and duty. He was a brave, brave man. Bulldog Basil, the Secret Service man. In India and Africa, in China and Japan. They knew his reputation, he was a super spy. And the enemies of England heard his battle cry.